What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are covering keyloggers, physical keyloggers, not software keyloggers. Okay, that's important, and we're going to cover the difference as well. So first things first, what is a keylogger? Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you about it, and then I'm going to show you what a physical keylogger can do, and kind of give you guys the mental thought process of where you would use it and that type of thing. If you guys are liking this so far, the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. It helps out way more than you guys know. Also, when we hit 500, I'm going to give away a keylogger. So we're at 320 something right now subs. So when we get to 500, I'm going to give it away. Give one of them away. Now, first things first, what is a keylogger, right? So yeah, you could Google it and read it and whatever. I'm just going to tell you about it, okay? So a keylogger, literally, this is a physical. So software keylogger is something you can download onto a machine. It's just a piece of software, okay? You can download it onto a machine, a server, whatever the case is. A physical keylogger is actually, you can see here, it has a USB port and then one that goes in the computer. You plug a keyboard into this and then plug this into the computer, and it registers as just a keyboard. So I have one of these right now plugged into my computer, okay? Now, with this, I can, anything I type, so what I just typed in Google, that pops up. So any buttons I push on that key or on the keyboard is actually saved into the keylogger, okay? Now, this may not sound that crazy to you guys because it sounds like, well, yeah, but I have to physically get access to your machine, so I'd have to get into your house or whatever the case is. But let me tell you something, okay? So I actually used to work, years and years ago, I used to work for the internet company, okay? I can't tell you, I worked there for years. I never once did I actually show an ID to anybody. And I walked into businesses, police stations, houses, all this stuff to work on internet. And never once did someone ask me for ID, okay? This is very common that people do not ask for ID if you look the part. So if you're a pen tester and you're doing a physical pen test, you can dress like you work for AT&T, Cascom, Comcast, you know, whatever internet providers around you, Verizon, whoever. And you could just walk right into their company and install one of these into the back of their computer. I'm telling you right now, it's that easy. I do not recommend doing it because it is illegal unless you have permission, okay? So this is only if you're doing a physical pen test. But, all right, so enough about it. It records all the keys. Why is that important? Number one, you record an admin. So let's say you actually know who the admin is, someone that's working on the servers and stuff. You record them for a day. You will have their passwords. You will have their accounts. You will most likely have most of the servers because they're accessing them throughout the day, right? So anything they type, you're getting, whether it's a password, username, whatever. So now let me ask you this. What's the benefit between physical keyloggers, which I prefer, and software keyloggers? So a software keylogger is great. It runs in the background, but it's detectable, okay? Because it's a process running on the machine that may get found, may not. A physical keylogger is not going to be detected because it's not being read as a USB. It's just being passed through. Now, when you actually take it off, so let's say this is a scenario, you know, I work on your internet. I say, hey, I'm going to work on your internet for a couple days. Okay, cool. I go in, I put this on the back of their computer. I say, hey, you're good. I'm going to come back in a couple days and check it because we're having some intermittent issues, whatever the case is. And trust me, I could sell this very easily to you. And then I'll come back in a couple days. I'll grab it. I'll unplug this from the back of your computer. Say, hey, your internet's good to go. We didn't really find anything. We're cool. You never saw this. You never noticed it. Then I come to my computer, right? And I actually start looking at the text and parsing through that. Now, the advantage between software and hardware is, right, a software one's going to run on your computer, okay? So when you go to a VM, it may not capture your actual keys. The reason for that is because it may register that as a new computer, you're on a different computer. Now, some are more advanced, obviously, but so here's my Try Hack Me box, right? And this is, we'll go ahead and hit clear, and we'll just go ahead and type, you know, whatever. We'll just say, you know, NS lookup Facebook.com, right? We're just doing our regular daily tasks. We're just whatever. Ping it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Now, you notice I backed out. So if I hit ping and then hit backspace, that's all going to register. So even though I typed it and then said, nah, never mind, it's still going to register. It's still going to be on my keylogger. That's the benefit of it, okay? Now, you notice this is a VM. This is actually a web browser VM. So your software ones would probably capture this because it's web browser. But if you actually were remoting into a VM or something like that, your software-based one may not capture those because of the fact that you're technically on a different computer at that point, right? A hardware will, because the hardware is plugged in directly to my keyboard and it is capturing anything typed on that keyboard, okay? So, all right, so we get the gist of it. We get the idea. Now, how do we actually look at it? So let's first type in username, and this is just for us to look at. Username Stuffy24, okay? Hit enter, obviously that's nothing. Password, and we'll say is pass 1 2 3 4 5 6 or whatever 6 7. Okay, now you'll notice we'll go ahead. So you notice I hit backspace, so you're gonna see that in the keylogger, and then we'll just type done so that we know where it's at on the keylogger. Okay, whatever. So now we'll go ahead and hit clear, and we know where it's at. So now what do? How do we know about this keylogger and if it worked, right? So the ones I have specifically, this is a Key Llama, okay? There's a million of them out there. This is just the ones I like because they're small, they're easy, and they're very simple, okay? So all you do is you open up a text editor, so there's Notepad, okay? And you hit whatever secret key is on there. Now you can change this keys, so you just hit VMP, hold it down for 3 seconds, and you notice all of a sudden I have a USB drive, okay? So this is important because this is how you're going to do it when you pull it out and take it back to your house. So now we'll go ahead and we'll open it up here, and you can see here I have a USB drive that I didn't have before, and there's keys, okay? And you can see you can change the configurations. So here's the keys, boom. So here, this is when it turned on, and then remember I Googled what is a keylogger, okay? And I didn't type Google, if you remember that. I typed GO and then tabbed it. I hit clear on the keyboard, NS lookup Facebook.com, okay? Ping username Stuffy24, password pass 1 2 3 4 5 5 6 7. Now if you remember, I accidentally hit 5 5 6 7. So remember that. But it still logged the fact that I did that, okay? So there's done, clear, and then I had to hold VMP to keep it open. So you can see it's going to capture everything. So if you actually had this going for a couple of days, this is going to go forever. Now you can see there's extra stuff up here. This is actually something I did a while ago to see if it worked, right? So I was just Googling stuff, trying to figure it out. And I think I was on Amazon and stuff, just trying to figure it out. So let's go here. Let's show you guys the configs, right? So this is all stuff I did. So you can see here you can control a lot more about it. Okay, you can actually go ahead and English password. So this is the password that you're going to do. Leave the second password as VMP until you're certain the new password works. So these are the passwords you're going to do if you want to change it yourself. If you want to put something new in there, because this comes default VMP, you can change it to whatever you want. I left it at that because I'm not really worried about someone getting a hold of the keylogger and figuring out how to use it, because if someone got a hold of it, that's their problem, right? Because I'm never coming back for it if I go in there and notice it's gone, right? Because I'm caught, right? So it's not going to have confidential information unless I'm doing a pen test. Then I would change the password because I don't want some employee to find it and start finding social security numbers or something like that on it, right? So keep that in mind. But now all you do, I don't know if you guys can see, well, obviously you can't. My keyboard doesn't work right now because it's now being registered as a flash drive. So all you have to do to actually get this thing to disable, if you will, is close these. I don't want to save the changes. And I'm just going to go here, and I'm just going to say remove this. So now it says safe to remove. So now all I got to do is unplug it. And I'm actually going to take it off now. Plug in my keyboard. And there's the other one. So now I have two, right? So you can see that it's super simple. But the advantage to a hardware one is, number one, you don't have to worry about it getting detected. It's not going to get detected. Because even if someone pushes VMP, they have to push it very quickly to make it work. And that's not a word, right? So it would never be pushed very quickly. The other thing, software ones can miss stuff. They can do things like that. Now this is all offline. Software ones can actually, and you can actually code these too, but to have them send out the key logs to a third-party server you have or something like that, so that way you're not worried about, that way if you want the keys real time, that type of thing. But the physical one, in my opinion, is much, much better. It's not going to get detected. It works. I know it works. That's another reason. The software ones can, like I said, get detected or be caught on an antivirus or something like that, an intrusion detection system, that type of stuff. It's much easier to get a physical one on, in my opinion, because it's literally just plugging it in and going, and it takes 2 seconds. It's up to you guys. It's kind of like a network rubber ducky if you guys have never messed with them. A rubber ducky can be programmed. A lot of them, the network turtles, all that stuff, they can all be programmed to where they send the data out, even though it's capturing it, or you can leave it in and then come back and get it. That's up to you guys. But I personally like the Keylogger specifically because it's so simple and it's not going to get detected. Very small, you could put this on a keychain and no one would notice. They'd probably think it's a flash drive, and then you could go plug it in. Super simple. But it's up to you guys which ones you guys like. But the difference, that's the main differences between software and hardware, is software most likely will get detected if it has a signature that is known. A hardware will not get detected unless they have, the nice thing is, so a lot of companies have policies in place where USBs are not allowed to be plugged in. I know the military does not allow USBs plugged into a computer. It's not allowed. Okay, and it will flag it instantly, and your computer will be quarantined, and that's it. But this does not register as a flash drive unless you push VMP. So even on those networks where there's actually flash drives are disabled, you can still use it. So that's why I like it better. Again, they're both equally good if you know what you're doing. But let me know what you guys think, if you guys prefer software, hardware. This is just a fun little video to show the tools that are available and to show you guys what really they are, as opposed to, yeah, it sounds glamorous, Keylogger, great, I'm going to get everything. This is what it really looks like, and this is what you would use in the field. So let me know if you guys like these type of videos. I'm just going to do these videos. We just finished the junior pen testing lab, so it was some of the last videos were very long and monotonous. I just wanted to throw a quick video out for you guys, and then this week I'll have another video for you guys that's more in tune with the actual Hack the Box and Try Hack Me boxes. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this, and if you did, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.